small population with a mighty heart. In America, they also announced the Marines, the few, the mighty, and the proud. Doesn't matter to us this morning at all whatsoever. What is important here is the passing of our tradition from generation to generation, from Jean and from Kate to Eric, and that is the beauty of our gathering today. So here on the Bima, everything that Eric will be doing, he could have 25,000 people back there. It wouldn't matter at all. It might matter to Eric to have 25,000 people. But here among his closest family and friends, we have a fine tradition of becoming bar mitzvah. We want to welcome all of you very warmly. We're so happy that this fantastic family is part of our congregation, and that we hope to see you all for many, many, many simchas and many more years. We're going to turn, friends, now perfect to the top of page 10. We're going to join with the cantor in Kine Makov, words that mean how good and how special it is to gather together as friends and family this Shabbat morning. Page 10 at the very top. So sing with us today, laugh with us, maybe have a cheer for us today for the very time that Let's turn together, friends, to page 170. My privilege to invite forward our bar mitzvah for this Shabbat, Eric Matthew Zarutsky, to lead us in prayer.
May my life be one link in a chain of goodness as I say the prayers of my ancestors. Help me to recall their devotion and faithfulness, their joy and suffering, which are in every word. Holiness is my heritage, may I be worthy of it. May our tradition live in me and pass from me to generations I shall never know, enriched by the truth that I have found and the good deeds I have done. So may I fulfill my task on earth and receive my blessing. And when the service ends and the prayers have ceased, help me to bring their spirit into the world in which I live. May I love God above all and my neighbor as myself, and be a living witness to the truth that never changes.
We transition from the boy Eric Zarutsky to the bar mitzvah Eric Zarutsky by passing the talit upon Eric's shoulders. So I'm going to invite Mom and Dad forward for this mitzvah. And we're going to turn, friends, onto 171.
Bless Adonai, O my soul, Adonai my God, how great you are. You are robed in glory and majesty, wrapping yourself in light as in a garment, spreading forth the heavens like a curtain. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitatev batzitzit.
Amen.
Amen. Let's turn ahead, friends, to page 195. And we're going to invite all who are able to please rise for our formal call to prayer, Baruch Hu. On 170, on 196, friends, I was right the first time. 196, the English at the top.
The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes, more welcome than gold, a Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeems the sun from darkness. Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMorot.
On 199, let's join Eric. He's going to read the first and last paragraph, and if you would join in the middle, please.
O God, inspiration and guide for all, you have spoken in 1,000 tongues for us to hear. In every land and every age, your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways. And yet, O God, you are one, unifier of humanity.
Together, we give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully, we recall the lawgivers and prophets, the psalmists and sages of Israel. And joyfully remember that from the very dawn of Israel's life, we would turn to you and find purpose.
May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds, and their passion for righteousness stir in our hearts. Help us to live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of truth.
Baruch atah Adonai, habocher ba'amo Yisrael be'ahava. 200, friends.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
May be seated. Now, we do not know the actual age of when chanting the Torah portion in a certain way began. No one signed on to a musical score and said, Feinstein, 1522 or 785. But we do know that the tradition of chanting that Eric's about to do is the exact same chant I had at my bar mitzvah and that my grandfather in Lithuania had as well. So we're going to turn to Ve'ahavta, chanted in our traditional way, taught by our cantor and Susan, and 202. Excuse me. 201.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha v'chayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzabecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlektecha v'aderech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim le'elohehem Ani Adonai Elohehem Asher Hotzeiti Etchem Meretz Mitzrayim Liot Lachem Le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Amen. 203 at the bottom. Let's join Eric as you read this paragraph in English at the bottom of the page.
Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect.
The song of God's miracles and earth protected and cherished. A gift for our children
and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content. Her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Bechamocha on our next page.
Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nor ateilut osef ele, nor ateilut osef ele. Shira chadasha shibchur geulim l'shimcha. Asafat hayam, yachad kulam hodu, v'him lichu ve'amru. Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed.
The middle section of our prayer is actually 18 prayers in the weekday, plus one. Why should everything be perfect in Judaism? So we call it the Shmona Esrei, the 18 prayers, but there's a 19th. But on Shabbat, we have the right number, 7. And so Eric's going to lead us in the beginning of these 7 prayers. The first 2, one dealing with our history and connection to God and our ancestors. The second about God's power and our ability to contain and refine that power in our own hands. And so we invite you, friends, to turn to 206, 207, and invite all who are able to please rise as Eric leads us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei hakol v'zocher hasdei avot v'imahot umevi ge'ula livnei v'nechem lema'an shemo be'ahava melech ozer u'moshia u'magen Baruch atah Adonai magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah
207.
Atah gibor le'olam Adonai Mechaye hakol ata Rav le'oshia Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem Mechakel chayim bechesed Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim Somech noflim ve'rofeh holim Umatir asurim Umekayem emunato Lishenei afar Michamocha bal gevurot Umido melach Melech memit umekayem Umatzmiach Yeshua Ve'eneman ata l'chayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye hakol.
And 208, Cantor leads us in our holiness prayer.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב ליד נביאך, וקרא זה ואמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu hu Malkeinu, hu Mosheinu ve'hu Yashmienu, ve'rachamav le'enei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohayich Tzion, ledor vador. Hallelujah.
Top of 210.
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Friends, you may be seated. We're going to turn to the top of 211 and join with Cantor in singing a song. It's the Jewish version of Don't Worry, Be Happy. So this is not your worry, it's Eric's. But he's got it all on his shoulders. He's got it fully taken care of. Leaves the rest of us to just be happy. Yismachu. That's the word, like the word Hebrew for happy event is called a simcha. The verb here is yismachu. Be happy. Top of 211.
ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. מקדשי מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם ישבעו ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. והשביל רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. זכר למעשה וראשית שבת. זכר למעשה וראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת.
Join me, please, friends, on 212 in the middle, 3 English paragraphs. Let's all read together about this beautiful and memorable Shabbat day. Together, on this Shabbat day, as you graciously receive our prayers, help us to hear your call. Grant us enough health to fulfill our duties and the compassion we need to attend to others. Teach us humility that we may perceive our own faults, and grant us the wisdom to be forgiving of others. Give us the courage to be true to our highest selves and the charity to see the best in those around us. Give us patience enough not to become discouraged, hope enough to overcome all fears for the future, and faith enough to know your presence. O source of blessing, look with favor upon us. May our offerings be acceptable to you. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha b'yirah na'avod. We turn, friends, to our own time for silent and private thoughts. You can use the words on 218 and 219, or find them in the holiness and the sanctuary of your own heart. 218, 219. You may follow our prayer for peace on 216. So you might think that the portion in which the Ten Commandments appears in the Bible might be named all kinds of special things. You might want to call it the portion of Moses. After all, Moses is the lawgiver. He receives the Torah from Mount Sinai, from God, and gives it on to the Jewish people. But no, that's not the case. You might say that the portion might be called the Commandments. What a great name. After all, the Ten Commandments are here, the 10 utterances that God offers the Jewish people. No, that's not the case. In fact, this is one of the rare Torah portions named for somebody who's not Jewish. In fact, it's named for Moses' father-in-law. That's got some messages in there that I think we'll be considering as Eric teaches us of the Torah portion this morning. Of all the words in our Torah, Eric selected a section that talks about Moses' father-in-law, Jethro, and it's a fascinating portion, and I know Eric's explanation is something we look forward to as his Devar Torah. This morning, we're going to invite Dmitry and Svetlana Rad to open the Holy Ark, and as we do so, I want to make sure that our grandparents, Ilya and Tanya and Yelena, are all going to be with us as we pass the Torah from one side to the other here in front of our bima, and let us rise.
Shlosh
it's a special path that no one else's family has ever traveled exactly like yours. And this particular time in life, we have to honor the fact that had your family stayed, I'm not sure you'd be passing a Torah today. But we know that this Torah has come from a far way, from your grandparents to your parents to you. And I hope you remember this special moment as you receive the Torah on your shoulders, that you'll take its responsibility and one day stand on that side of the bima, passing the Torah on to your own children and your own grandchildren. Grandmas, Grandpa, Mom and Dad, come surround us. Okay, here we go.
Baruch Shenatan Torat Le'amo Yisrael B'Kedushato. Blessed is God who in holiness gave the Torah to the people Israel.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadol Adonai iti, ונרומם שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה,
So put your prayer books away, friends. And there's another thick blue book in your seats, and it's called the Torah. And we're going to be looking at page 471. If there's not one exactly in front of you, I promise you there's plenty around.
It's okay, don't worry about it. Wait just a minute. I think Rabbi's going to kind of introduce you. Okay, so just wait just a second.
471. Eric's going to teach us about this Torah portion in his Devar Torah, his sermonette this morning.
My Torah portion is Yitro, which is in the book of Exodus, the second book of the Torah. After Moses frees the Israelites from Egypt, they begin their journey to the promised land, Israel. On their way, they need to get the rules to follow that will be specific for the Israelite community. Moses and the Israelites agree to keep these rules and God's covenant. They camp at the base of Mount Sinai. Moses goes up the mountain where God gives him the 10 Commandments. The Israelites hear something, which could be either thunder, the sound of a loud shofar blast, or God's voice. While wandering through the desert, the Israelites would sacrifice animals as a way of showing appreciation to God. Animals were important to them because they were used for food, clothes, shelter, and supplies. As we can see, animals are very useful. It was a big deal that the Israelites would take something so useful and show God how thankful they were by sacrificing animals. Today, we do not sacrifice animals anymore. However, there are still ways that we can show what we are appreciative for. School is important to me, family is important to me, and Judaism is important to me. Today, time can be a sacrifice. These things are important to me, and even though I might want to be spending my time doing other things that I also like, for example, video games and technology support, I know that it's important to spend time on my schoolwork, with my family, and at the synagogue, or working on my bar mitzvah. For my mitzvah project, I dedicated some of my time helping the homeless. We can learn from my Torah portion that it's important to show our appreciation, and one of those ways is by giving our time.
Thank you. So friends, 471, Eric will be reading the Hebrew passage at the top of the page, chapter 18, verse 1. Our first honor is to extend an aliyah to our family members, Ilya and Tanya Zarutsky, Yelena Grachova, and Irit Zarutsky. If you would please step forward. Yamdu Eli ben Lev, Tovia Rachel bat Shlomo, Irit bat Eli v'Tovia Rachel. Baruch Adonai Haborach Le'olam Va'ed.
Adonai Haborach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'charbanu mikol ha'omin v'natan lanu et Torah tov. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen.
Stay right there. I'm ready for you to get on.
Vayishma Yitro Kohen Midian Chotein Moshe Et Kol Asher Asa Elohim LeMoshe O Yisrael Amo Ki Hotzi Adonai Et Yisrael Mi Mitzrayim Vayikach Yitro Chotein Moshe Et Sipora Eshet Moshe Achar Shiluhecha Ve'et Shnei Vanecha Asher Shem Ha'echad Gershom Ki Amar Ger Hayiti Be'eretz Nochriya.
Really good. Okay. Sorry.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen.
Give hugs to everybody.
Good job, Eric.
And now, having waited at least 13 years for this great opportunity, we invite forward your parents, Eric Gene
I've
and
also been
Kate.
waiting at least 35 seconds for my parents to come up for the second time.
I'm glad you have timed it well. Yamdu Chaim Betov Yerachel Rapat Alon.
Baruch
Baruch et Adonai Hamorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'harvanu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
V'shem ha'echad Eliezer ki Elohei avi be'ezri vayatzileni mecherev paro vayavo yitro chotein Moshe uvanav v'isho el Moshe el hamidbar asher hu Honesham har ha-Elohim Vayomer el Moshe Ani hotenecha yitro ba'elecha ve'ishtecha u'shenei vanecha ima.
Beautiful. You guys can go right into the second blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tuheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Ya'amod, 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 Matityahu ben Chaim v'Rinat, bar ha-mitzvah.
Baruchu et Adonai ha'mevorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Verse 7.
Vayetze Moshe likrat choteno vayishtachu vayishaklo vayishalu yishlerehu lishalom vayavohu ha'ohela vayisaper Moshe lechoteno et kol asher asa Adonai Lefaro u'Mitzrayim al odot Yisrael et kol hatla'ah asher mitza'atam baderech vayatilem Adonai vayichad yitro al kol hatovah Asher asa Adonai liYisrael Asher hitzilo miyad Mitzrayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nota b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. So we're going to invite you to read that. Some special holy work to cover the Torah. And Mom and Dad are going to be standing here to help us cover the Torah with Irit. And then Emma, who's, was it 2 years and 2 weeks?
Yeah.
2 years and 2 weeks away from Bat Mitzvah, is going to hold our Torah. Let's all rise, please. For this is the Torah which Moses read before the Jewish people to fulfill the word of God.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל. על פי אדוני ביד משה. לי 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 לי
Okay, Emma, one hand over and one hand under. Hold your hands together. And I know you're not going to drop the Torah. We know the Torah is in very good hands in Emma's. And you may all be seated. We're going to turn to our Haftarah for this Shabbat, which Eric is going to offer. And you can turn to it in our same Torah commentary on 507. 507. Eric is reading from the book of Isaiah. And I have to say, I find this a fascinating combination. Our rabbis chose all different words to match the Torah to the Haftarah. And they could have chosen something that says, oh, you Jews, you received the Torah at Mount Sinai, how special you are. You must be more special than anybody because you got the Torah. That's not what it says at all. The Haftarah says we have a lot of work to do and that our job to do Torah is in fact to be a holy, ethical, and moral people. So Eric's first going to offer the blessings and then the Haftarah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar bin v'im tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah Uv Moshe Avdo, Ul Yisrael Amo, Uvin Vie Ha'emet, Vatzedek.
Amen.
In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw my liege seated on a throne high and exalted, with a robe whose train filled the temple. Seraphim stood about, each with 6 wings, 2 covering the face, 2 covering the body, and 2 to fly with. And each called to the other, Holy, holy, holy is the God of heaven's hosts, whose presence fills all the earth. At the sound of the call, the foundation shook, and the temple filled with smoke. Woe is me, said I am lost, for I am a man of impure lips, and I live among a people of impure lips. Yet these eyes of mine have seen the sovereign, the God of heaven's hosts. But one of the seraphim flew over to me with a live coal, which he had taken from the altar with a pair of tongs. He touched my lips with it, saying, Now that this has touched your lips, your guilt is gone, your sin is wiped clean. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzor hakol haolamim, Tzadik bechol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ve'osei, ha'medaber u'mekayem, shekol divarav emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah ve'al ha'vodah ve'al hanvi'im ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu, L'kedusha v'limenucha, l'chavod u'tifaret, al hakol Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, u'mevarachim otach, yitbarach shimecha, b'fi kol chai, tamid le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen.
Friends, we're going to rise as we return the Torah to the Ark. My privilege to invite forward Daniel and David Rod to open the Holy Ark as we're going to take the Torah from Emma and place it.
That's the right answer. You should always want to hold that Torah.
David, Daniel. Help me.
Creator of Creator of heaven and earth, our truth is that you formed this world and the afterlife for those who are good in this lifetime. Source of life, you created oxygen, trees, animals, all of life. We need to explore our world to see the different landforms and meet new people, for you are our everlasting God. Holy God, you are royal and unique. Echad Adonai, your Hebrew name is in our Bible and in our prayers. You are the one who hides his face. We will never see you or hear your voice, but you are everywhere. My Jewish responsibility after my bar mitzvah is to continue to do mitzvot in the future. Thank you, Mom, for enrolling me in a good school, helping me be successful, and for your advice. Thank you, Dad, for taking me on cool vacations and taking me to King's games. Thank you, Emma, for playing board games with me and being such a nice and loving sister. Thank you, Baba, for taking me shopping with you and Diada, for the amazing food you make for me. Thank you, Diada, for taking me to different places when I am with you. I like to see you often. Thank you, Grandma, for the amazing dishes you make. I like to hang out with you at home. Thank you, Alex, for always wishing me success in school and the future. Thank you, Cantor, for helping me with my bar mitzvah. Thank you, Rabbi, for the preparation and tips on my Jewish education, Hebrew, and bar mitzvah. In the future, I hope to protect the environment by planting more trees, creating better planet sanitation by having zero waste, and helping low-income families, especially the homeless and veterans. We need to get rid of nuclear arms, create peace in Israel and all around the world. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shechechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Amen.
Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has kept us in life, sustained us, and brought us to this sacred moment. Amen.
Amen. Eric, on this day, the doctrine of Torah has been passed into your hands. We know that you will never spurn or forsake it. For the Torah is a tree of life to all who hold it fast, and all who embrace it can indeed find happiness. Its ways are very pleasant ways, and when I've seen you at temple, you've got a smile on your face all the time. And we're so happy about that. And we have to remember that if only we were to follow the words of this Torah, they could lead us all to peace.
It's Chaim hi lamachzikim ba betomechem meushar dracheya darchinom bechol netivoteha shalom Hashiveinu
So, Eric, what a special day to be with you. You are energized whenever I see you here at the synagogue. You are often first in line to raise your hand to help in our tefillah with the computer to make sure our slideshow is going just fine, our PowerPoint. You are there in line for our Tuesday Tichon dinner, and you have this boundless energy, which I think impacts your life. My guess is outside of temple as well as inside the synagogue. And that energy can be a really exciting and wonderful thing. And I hope that the energy you bring to this day continues beyond this day. Let me teach you about 3 words from your Torah portion. The first is that our ancestors came from Mitzrayim. It means a narrow place. Now, in a former translation, the one that I might have grown up with or people before me, it might have said that the Jews left the land of Egypt. But I have to be honest with you, I never grew up thinking that the Egypt that exists over there is the Egypt that was in this Torah portion. I didn't sense that the modern country had that kind of evil in it that was lurking behind Pharaoh and all his henchmen. But rather, we have to remember that the Mitzrayim that this Torah portion talks about can actually be in each of us. It's that narrow place, that small place that we can be in sometimes, when we need the energy to break out of it and to be in a place of freedom. So from the narrow place of oppression where our people were, to come to eventually through the wilderness to Mount Sinai to receive Torah, and on to enter the land of Israel. This is indeed a journey that your family and my family understand. You don't know that my family also left from Lithuania and from Ukraine. I'm just a couple generations back. If my grandparents hadn't decided to leave, and one of my grandfathers was actually helping people flee over the border, he was what we would call here in California a coyote. He helped other Jews to escape the Tsar's army. If he hadn't done that, I don't know where I would be today. But when I remember Mitzrayim, I can certainly remember what my grandfathers experienced and what we know that other Jews who have come from abroad have experienced. It's your responsibility, therefore, to go to our next word, which is to tell that story. Because the word about story is in your portion. It's vayesaper. These are words that you chanted today. Vayesaper means to tell the story. You can't keep that as a hidden piece of history. The more we tell that story, the more our people recognize that this happens in every generation. That people who live one place and are in a land of depredation and poverty and can be oppressed and hurt want to find freedom. It's an issue that is as close to us as yesterday's and today's news. It's as close to us as our own hearts and our own family. So you need to be able to learn your entire family story and to be able to share it with others as time goes by. And that leads us to our third word, which is one of the names of Moses' son is Eliezer. If you cut it in half, it means God is my help. God can't do it alone. The things that you mentioned in your prayer about making this world safer and saner and cleaner and healthier and more peaceful, that isn't the God job. God can inspire us, but people make weapons. God can inspire us, but only people can put down the bombs. God can inspire, but it's our responsibility to make this world a place of ezer, of help, of healing, and of wholeness. And that becomes your job. It's your responsibility then to hold on to these three words, not only as memories of bar mitzvah, but as action plans for the future. Mitzrayim, to remember that our people was once in a very narrow place and was able, through the grace of God, to find freedom. We have to hope that other people who are in such terrible places can find freedom today. And by doing so, we tell a story. We tell a personal story of our own families, and we tell a story of our Jewish people. And we hope that that leads to a story of freedom for others. And finally, remember, just as Eliezer is one of Moses' sons in this Torah portion, that becomes your job as well, to ozer el, to help God in making this world a better place. And ultimately, when we do that, the world will be a healthier, safer, more peaceful environment for all God's children. Eric, we're very proud of you today. You truly have embodied what becoming a bar mitzvah is and means. And it's my privilege to invite Cantor forward to offer God's blessing upon you. May Adonai bless you and keep you.
יאר אדוני פניו אליך וחונקה.
May Adonai's light stream down upon you and be gracious unto you. As God is kind and gracious to you.
אדוני פניו
Fill them with your light.
פניו אליך וישם לך שלום.
May Adonai lift up the divine countenance upon you, Eric, and grant you always the choicest of all God's blessings, the blessing of peace.
וישם לך שלום.
It's now in your hands and your heart.
שלום. שלום.
So, Eric, we have an opportunity to extend the blessings of this day. The first of which is I'd like to share with you this book. It's called Israel Matters. So it's a wordplay. Israel matters. Yes, it does. And Israel has lots of things to learn about, a lot of matters that you have to consider. So I hope before you have an opportunity to go again, that you'll have a chance to utilize this book, learn from it, and love the Jewish people. It's a gift of the Jewish Federation of Los Angeles, and as a past president of the Board of Rabbis, I'm very proud to offer you this book. And today we have a member of our Board of Trustees, Michelle Horvitz, who's going to present you with 2 certificates honoring this special day.
Okay. So Eric, on behalf of University Synagogue, its officers and trustees, I'm delighted to present you with the certificate of becoming a bar mitzvah. Our congregation is very proud of you today, and I'm happy to represent the members of University Synagogue and our entire Temple family. We hope there are many years of synagogue involvement and study ahead for you, and that you will continue to learn and grow in your Jewish commitment in our Tichon program on Tuesday nights, join the Madrahim in the religious school, and participate in the youth group Unity. I am also delighted to present to you a $250 gift certificate to a trip to Israel again from the North American Federation of Temple Youth. And may you travel to Israel again and connect with the birthplace of Hebrew and the home of the prophets again. May you go and see the beauty and the excitement and the land and the state of Israel have to offer, from praying at the Western Wall to hiking in the Golan Heights, from floating in the Dead Sea to climbing in Masada again. And may you return with an even deeper commitment to your people, your faith, and the land of Israel. Mazel tov. Congratulations. Speech time.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Grandparents, auntie, cousins, and of course, Eric's sister, Emma. Our family isn't a big one, but it's a very close one. You've been congratulating us for days on Eric's birthday, but today we want to say congratulations to you too, all of you. And thank you for the impact that you've had on Eric's life. Being here to celebrate Eric's bar mitzvah wouldn't be the same without all of you being here to celebrate with us. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that we're all very proud of Eric. We're proud of his accomplishments and the goodness of his heart. When I was pregnant with Eric, I had these books that everyone gets, What to Expect When You're Expecting and What to Expect the Toddler Years. And Eric, like most boys, wasn't very quick to learn how to speak right away. So I was worried, we were worried about him meeting his speech milestones exactly as the book said would happen along the timeline. But everyone kept telling us not to worry, that he'll speak soon enough. And today we're especially proud that he's standing here speaking and reading in English and Hebrew as well. It's just really miraculous for us to see that happen. Eric gets good grades in school. He's in honors math. And of course, as everyone said, he gives tech support to any teacher or relative who would ask for it. We're also proud that he's growing up to be a very kind-hearted young man. He's not selfish, and he shares with his sister. Sometimes. Jinx. I remember when he was about 3 or 4 years old, he used to love to take baths with this particular rubber ducky. And when I said one evening that I was going to go take a bath, he ran right up to me and offered me his rubber ducky because he wanted to share. And he said, "Mom, here you go. I don't want you to be bored." Eric's heart has always been in the right place. More recently, we learned that he loves to work with animals at the Paul Revere farm, especially guinea pigs. We have a guinea pig at home, and Eric takes great care of him. When Paul Revere was offering tours to new parents, Eric stood right at the entrance to the farm, guinea pig in hand, and welcomed the new parents in. Eric is an environmentally conscious citizen. He's kind of like our hall monitor at home. He always makes sure that the water is turned off, the thermostat is set on eco mode, and of course he makes sure that we recycle. I know that in the years to come, Eric will continue to pleasantly surprise us with his accomplishments and warm our hearts with his good deeds. We love you, Eric, very much. We're extremely proud of you today and every day. And we're so very thankful to be surrounded by our wonderful family who are here to share in this celebration and joy. Mazel tov.
Eric, congratulations on your bar mitzvah. This is a huge accomplishment. We are extremely proud of the young man that you have become, and you continue to inspire us daily. You are blessed with natural talents and abilities. You brighten any room that you enter with a hilarious comment, an interesting observation, or a funny memory of something that happened in the past. We see this even more when your face isn't glued to your iPad or your iPhone. We hope that you always keep your sense of humor, make us laugh, and bring joy to those around you. It's interesting that I didn't write this down, but Rabbi had similar words about your laugh, your smile, your sense of humor. Everybody sees that right away. So we hope that you follow your dreams and achieve anything that you want in your life. You should continue your love of travel and visiting interesting places in the world. We can't wait to see where you'll go and what great things you'll accomplish. You're incredibly determined and never stop pursuing anything you put your mind to. We hope you continue helping those less fortunate and making contributions that will leave your world better than you found it. You have already visited the Sova Food Pantry, and you insisted that today, instead of flowers here on the bima, that we donate a food basket to those in need, which is right here in the front. Your choice, not our choice. You're always patient and generous with your time, especially with your grandparents when they need tech support with their new phone or device. May your generosity, kindness, and curiosity continue to grow. We know you're a technology wizard. You can figure out features on devices that I didn't even know existed. I love our endless discussions of what possible future enhancements will be added to the next iPhone or other Apple product. I enjoy going with you to LA Kings hockey games, visiting the Apple Store, and trying the latest new drink at Starbucks or Coffee Bean. I'm amazed how you can eat a triple burger or make yourself a 5-egg omelet and still be hungry afterwards. Your mom and I are so proud of you. You were so nervous about preparing for this day, and it seemed impossible when you started, but look, all of the hard work has paid off, and we can all see the results. You started going to religious school here at University Synagogue as a first grader in the Aleph class, and here you are today standing, reading in Hebrew from the Torah. This should give you a tremendous sense of pride and accomplishment. It could not have happened without a lot of effort and commitment, but also without the help and support of your family, Rabbi Feinstein, Cantor Shapiro, Susan, and all of your teachers here at University Synagogue over the years. We hope you remember this day forever. Be gentle and kind to your sister. Parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends, continue your lifelong learning and strive to become a better citizen. We wish you a bright future full of happiness, health, success, love, and fulfillment. Congratulations and mazel tov.
Friends, we're going to turn to 282 and invite all who are able to please rise for our Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשינו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Let us turn, friends, to 294 in our Siddur and conclude our service with a moment of memory, recalling all those who came before us. Their names are often part of our own. Their memories are always with us. And on such special moments, we remember the empty seats of our relatives who are here with us in spirit. We join together in offering Kaddish, Yitgadal v'Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, Ba'alma divrach Hirutei, V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayechon v'yomechon, V'chayei l'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'gala v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach le'alam le'almei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, V'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal, Shemei dekudesha b'richu, La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort those who are saddened among us here and wherever they may be, and we say together, Amen. Friends, we're going to have an opportunity for Kiddush and Motzi. There's going to be challah and wine and juice for everyone immediately following. Eric, we're going to invite you to lead us. Come on over. Last night, Eric received the Tanakh from our congregation and a pair of candle holders. And today, in addition, Kiddush cup, we're going to use it again. Don't know if it's juice or wine in there. We'll find out. All right, here we go. Eloheinu melech haolam, biggest vlogger we have. And we're going to lead us in the motzi. First comes the very traditional Jewish act of ripping a plastic bag. In just a second. Okay. And we invite Kate and Jean and Emma to join us here. We'll all come and hold on to that challah together as a family.
Amen.
Our closing song. Hannah and Susan, thank you for your music. We're going to close with
Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom. You can find it on the bottom of 294.
Oseh Shalom Roma, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael.
Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Mark it down on your watch, your phone, your Apple iPad. 2 years, 2 weeks. Someone will be taller and ready for her Torah portion. But today we celebrate Eric. Extend to you a hearty mazel tov. And friends, Eric taught us today from our Torah and from his own understanding that our job really is not to just sit here and kvel, not to just sit here and have good feelings, but to remember to take those feelings out into the world beyond and make the world a better place. Because if we only pray, nothing's going to change. But if we act, the world will indeed be different for Eric and Emma's children and grandchildren. Adonai oz la'amo yitein, Adonai yavarech et amo v'shalom. Give us strength, O God, in this quest and help us all with peace. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Mazal tov.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.